Welcome to Champion Stepdad Podcast. We are exploring the unique role of stepdads and how to apply performance psychology skills to become better father figures and role models. Join the Champion Stepdad Facebook group and build your band of brothers. I'm your host, Neil Wattier. I'm a 16-year stepdad, and I'm also a resilience trainer and performance consultant, which means I like to use skill-based development outside of what would traditionally be applied to sports or high-risk professions, business, and performing arts. I want to use skill-based development, mental skills to help you become a better stepdad, a more emotionally connected spouse, a more well-rounded person, so that you can apply these skills to become a better father figure and a role model, to strengthen your community, to enhance your home, to clarify the life that you want to live and the values that you want to live by. Since starting this journey of becoming a coach or a trainer, I got involved with a lot of Facebook communities dedicated to business professionals, speakers, authors, coaches, trainers. And it's a great community of very supportive people. One of the things that I've heard repeatedly from within this community is the importance of taking massive action towards your goals as a business professional, as a trainer, as a coach. Take massive action. And then in one of the communities, I've had this constant reminder from one of my business mentors. And he tells me over and over again that massive action is only a demonstration of the consistent, intentional daily actions that you put towards achieving your goals, your dreams, your business, your community, whatever it is that you're trying to build, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Consistency is the greatest thing that you can achieve, because if I have a great day, okay, great, that's one day. Well, what about tomorrow? So it's not about the massive action. It's about the consistent, intentional actions that I can take every day to work on my business or work on my messaging or whatever it is that's important about that day. And the reason why I bring this up is because so many of us want that amazing one-time solution to some kind of problem or stressor or adversity that we're facing. And there's rarely going to be that massive action that you can take that's going to make you a better stepdad or make you more connected to your spouse or create that home that shows a unified front with you and your spouse, so that you can have a great relationship. You can show your children and your stepchildren and everybody else what a strong relationship is supposed to look like, or could look like. Not supposed to look like. I don't like those words. But what the possibility is, what's your potential, and how do you affect change or keep doing those great things that you're doing really, really great. And it's not in the massive action that you're going to take. It's in the intentional daily behaviors and actions that you can show, the love that you can show to other people, the respect, the understanding, the empathy, even the accountability and the standards, where you hold fast on, this is my standard and this is what I want to show people. This is the life that I'm living. Do you understand your values? Do you have a vision of the house that you want to create? And have you had the conversations necessary? And if you are, and it's still difficult conversations, then just keep working on it, because consistency is going to get you there. You might have an occasional breakthrough and see some great things happen, but it's the consistency that's going to continually build. We're not talking about perfection. We're not talking about the snapshot image of the perfect house or the perfect relationship, because perfection is not attainable. Perfection is a myth. Perfection is counterproductive to continue to try that again. Words are hard. Perfection is counterproductive to the continuous pursuit of improvement. I want you to take consistent action. I've tried to tell my story because while I continually say you, I try to share some of my experiences and the struggles that I've had and the repeated struggles. Cindy having a 7 and a 9-year-old that I'm a stepfather to. Well, this is after having a 22 and a 25-year-old adult children and a 19-year-old stepson. You would think that I would be able to stand in front of you or in front of a microphone and tell you all the things that you should be doing because this is what I did. Well, guess what? I'm raising a 7 and a 9-year-old and I'm making all the same mistakes that I made with the previous 3. Because I also need to make sure that I'm taking deliberate action and reviewing everything that I'm doing. Because if I'm making the same mistakes, then there's something that I'm overlooking. I'm not being intentional with my attention and my energy and my empathy and my beliefs of what other people should or should not do, should or should not think. And I'm so worried about them and their behavior that I'm not focused enough on myself and what I can do. Where's the small intentional behavior changes that I can make that's going to affect the greatest change over the longer period of time? It's the consistency that's going to get you there. Consistency is greater than massive action because consistency creates massive action. Massive action is the demonstration of your consistent, intentional daily actions. So take a moment and think about what are the small modifications that you can make. Remember, your brain replays and it creates shortcuts based on your repeated behaviors. So if you repeatedly find yourself getting stressed, as I did over the weekend with the boys when we went to the water park, and Cindy said, before we even left the house, I could just feel the intensity and the growing anxiety and stress associated with taking the family to a water park in a day that was supposed to be really fun. And I wasn't focused on having fun. I was focused on all the conflict. And that's the funny thing looking back on it. There was no conflict. There was nothing going on. I don't know what I was focused on, but it wasn't on the productive behaviors that would create a fun environment. I was ruining it for everybody. So taking time to dial it back and figure out where can I apply these skills so that I can take consistent, intentional daily action, which is going to then reinforce the productive behaviors that I want to achieve. And when I have my bad days, like I did last weekend on Saturday, I just got to move forward as best as I can and learn from it. And I don't feel the need to apologize, and I will, but don't be so quick to apologize when you have a bad day. I tell Cindy often that when she's talking to me, I may not respond immediately because I don't want my initial response to be defensive. I don't want it to just be an apology. I need to think through what I did and how I got there. And why am I defaulting to that behavior in these certain circumstances? When I can make that identification, when I can realize why that's happening, I can start making those little changes. Focus on the things that I did right. What did I do right? Well, let's focus on that and let's gain that as a productive thing that happened that day. Focusing on the negative doesn't always get you where you want to go. Focus more on the positive. Learn from the negative. Don't ruminate on it, and try to realize those small things that you're doing right, and gain from that energy so that you can continue to do those things right. consistent, intentional daily actions are a demonstration and will result in massive action. Thank you for listening. My name is Neil Wattier. Please subscribe to the podcast or the YouTube channel, whether you like to hear the audio or you like to check out the videos. Guys, get involved in the Champion Stepdad Facebook group. This is going to be what we decide to make it. It's a home for empathy, accountability, skill-based development. And yes, coming up next week, I'm going to start a 7-day challenge. So Sunday, I'm going to release a video or an audio clip and let you know in the group, this is what we got going on. I got a 7-day challenge that's going to start on Monday. I've got some good short clips of information with some homework for you. And then the following Monday, so a week from Monday, I'm going to start hosting some workshops and some Q&A. And I talk about skill-based development. Let's do skill-based development. I look forward to seeing you in the Champion Stepdad Facebook group. And thank you very much for listening.